tremendous, lethal, volatile, earth-shattering sports talk will commence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go, baby. This is the Doug Stewart Show coming to you live. Real live. Like Frankenstein live. Thank you very much for joining you, folk. I really do appreciate it. And this is a Throwback Thursday. Yes, Throwback Thursday in the house, and a lot of great things to get into today. You know what we do around here, man. We have a lot of fun. We talk about these sports. Little pop culture, little hip-hop culture, little entertainment. Anything you want to get into, we will do it today on this Throwback Thursday. That's right. Studio audience is amped up. And, we got some great guests, some great conversation. We'll commence for the next 2 hours, all right? The number to the show is 404-382-0338. Once again, that number is 404-382-0338. Yes, this is the Doug Stewart Show, and thank you, man, for continuing to tell people about the show and passing the word. And I say it every single day. Have been saying it every single day for about 4 weeks now. Every day the show gets bigger and better, and more people find out about it. And we're getting the word out there, and we're doing all of that, and we're doing all of this and everything. Yes, yes. So thank you for spreading the word about the Doug Stewart Show. I really do appreciate it, all right? You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, you can call me at 404-382-0338. Be a part of the show. Just don't listen to the show. Be part of it. Interactive. Be interactive. That's what we ask you to do. That's why we claim to be the most interactive sports talk show in America. Yes, 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 yes. So, a lot of stuff going on, and obviously, man, I want to go ahead before we even go any further, man, and give a baller award out. Even though it's Thursday, I want to give a baller award out to the Kansas City Royals. Oh, my gosh. The Kansas City Royals are going back to the World Series for the first time since 1985. That's almost 30 years ago. That's unbelievable. And the Royals, one of the teams in baseball that doesn't have a huge salary cap, it doesn't pay big money like the Yankees or the Red Sox or one of those teams like that. And so they're doing it with defense. They got a great bullpen, and they get it done, and they sweep the Baltimore Orioles, which is incredible because I think most experts have the Orioles winning this series, and the fantastic year that they had, and Buck Showalter, and good baseball back in Baltimore for the first time in a long time. He's bringing to that city. But it's not to be. And the Royals go to the World Series. They punch their ticket. The series starts next week, Tuesday. And they're either going to take on St. Louis or San Francisco. San Francisco leads that series, but it's still a lot of baseball yet to be played. And the Orioles, or the Kansas City Chiefs, hadn't lost a game. They have not lost a game in the postseason, so you got to give them a lot of credit. I mean, they're doing fantastic. So shouts out to the kids. I don't really know any Kansas City Royal fans, but I'm a type guy that always likes to see teams that sucked for a long time and hadn't done a lot be successful and get catapulted into the conversation of sports every single day. So I'm happy that the Kansas City Royals, I'm happy for all of their fans for making it to the World Series. So that's kind of a tie into the Dougie Daily question. All right, the Royals are going back to the World Series for the first time in 30 years, damn near. What's something that you want to see make a comeback? Yes. What's something that you want to see make a comeback? And here's a little twist to it. What's something that you want to see not make a comeback or go away? So, I mean, that could be sports or beyond. And you're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. And this segment is brought to you by 911 Tax Relief. Get Uncle Sam off your back. Go to my website, thedougstewartshow.com, and click on their banner link and find out how 911 Tax Relief can help you out of your tax situation. But what's something you want to see come back? I was doing some thinking about it, and I started thinking about some of the trends that were cool when I was growing up. And I thought about biker pants, and I don't want that to come back. I thought about starter jackets. Starter jackets would be cool. I wish starter jackets would come back. Maybe some type of fad where people wore sports teams on their jackets. It doesn't necessarily have to be starter. My producer, Tree, before the show mentioned she wants to see the old school Prince come back. She don't want to see this retro Oracle looking Prince that's going on right now. And if you haven't seen Prince over the last couple of pretty much years, Prince has this thing going on where he's looking kind of like Morpheus with the glasses, but he's got a little teeny weeny afro. And he doesn't. I want to see the permed out Prince come back. Yes, I agree with Tree on that. Let's see the permed out Prince come back. But the problem with that is the permed out Prince probably can't be permed out anymore because his hair is probably thin as hell. And this is the conversation we had before or after when Michael Jackson died. And everybody figured out and it was revealed that Michael Jackson was wearing a wig for the last 25 years. Did you think Michael Jackson had his real hair? Michael Jackson was like over 50 years old. No, that wasn't his hair. It wasn't the luxurious Jerry curl that you remember Michael Jackson having in the 80s. No, so of course he was wearing a wig. So I think that's what kind of fences Prince's face with right now is the fact that his hair is thinning and the little afro. That might be a wig in itself, but the little afro is the best way that he can keep his hair going. You know, he can keep the hair thing going. I don't know. So what's something that you want to see come back in sports and beyond? I'd like to see A Different World come back with a new cast. Fantastic TV show. And that was early 90s. A lot of these TV shows I'd like to see come back and just, you know, with a different twist added to them. How about A Different World, as I just mentioned? What about In Living Color? That would be a great show. And there was some talk a while back about In Living Color coming back. And it hadn't happened. And I hadn't heard a lot of conversation about that, so I don't think it's going to happen. But what's something that you'd like to see come back that was cool and you think it would be good today? You know, maybe with a little twist. Or what's something that you'd like to see go away? Tree said she'd like to see jeggings go away, whatever the hell jeggings are. Evidently, it's like a jean, tights type thing that women wear, and Tree says that a lot of women shouldn't be wearing them. I hadn't paid attention. One thing that I like to see go away is kind of like those sandal boot things that women wear. Those are ugly. If you got a pair of them sandal boot gladiator type looking boot things, get rid of those. Those are ugly. And dudes don't like those. I might be hurting some of your feelings out there for the ladies listening to the show, but those are horrible. All right? So the number to the show is 404-382-0338. That's the number to the show, 404-382-0338. What are some things that you'd like to see come back? Or some things that you'd like to see go away and never come back in honor of the Kansas City Royals making it to the World Series. All right, on today's show, we got a lot we're going to get into. We're going to talk some football, obviously some Georgia football. We'll talk a little bit about the Falcons, about the Bulldogs, and about the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, a little, conversation, news and notes type thing. Also, there's some NBA conversation out there early in the preseason. The NBA is fantastic. So there's a couple little stories out there that we'll touch upon on today's show. Thursday night NFL tonight going down. It's the New England Patriots taking on the New York football Jets. So we'll talk about that game a little bit as well. And two fantastic guests. Your Stu's Flashback. Yes, your Stu's Flashback. A couple of weeks ago, we played the flashback with Yao Ming from a conversation that we had with the great Yao Ming, or a facsimile thereof, from a couple of years back. So today, it's the great Lou Holtz going to join us on the show, or a facsimile thereof. You don't want to miss that. So former Stu's listeners, people that dug the show for over a decade, tune in, tell somebody that we're going to have on a replay of the conversation that we had with the great Lou Holtz. Not the fake real Holtz, but the fake Lou Holtz. But it's fantastic, so you don't want to miss that. We're going to replay a conversation and interview that we did with the great Lou Holtz, or facsimile thereof, from a couple of years back, but you don't want to miss it. It's going to be fantastic. And also today's throwback guest on a Throwback Thursday is the legendary running back for the Southern California Trojans, Mr. Sam Cunningham. That's right, he's going to join us today. Sam Bam Cunningham. And if you don't know his story, if you're a greenhorn and you don't know his story and the history behind this thing, Sam Cunningham was the running back for the Trojans back in the early 70s, and there was a historic landmark, a lot of people would dub it, legendary game between the Trojans and Alabama. Okay, so you're talking about Bear Bryant, you're talking about USC, who has always been a dominant force in college football, and Sam Cunningham dominated the University of Alabama. And at that point, I think it was 1972, and I'm going to talk to Sam about all of this, obviously, but at that point, 1972, Alabama and the SEC hadn't been integrated yet. And so Sam Cunningham went off, scored 4 touchdowns, and after the game, to basically put it in summation form, Alabama said, we got to get some of them guys. Yes, Alabama and the great Bear Bryant says, we got to get us a couple of them type dudes on our team. Yes, and so that really led to integrating the SEC and allowing black players to be a part of the conference. So that was a huge game, and people talk about it all the time. So we're going to have on the legendary Sam Cunningham, and he's actually Randall Cunningham's older brother. So we'll talk to him about everything Sam Cunningham. He also played for the New England Patriots for almost a decade. The Patriots played at night on Thursday Night Football. So just great conversation we're going to have with him a little bit later today. All right, this is the Doug Stewart Show, the realest, the trillest sports talk show in America. Thank you for joining your boy. Continue to pass the word and tell people when we get back from the break. Yes, we're going to talk a little Georgia football, kind of touch upon what's going on with the Bulldogs, with the Falcons, and with Georgia Tech, what they got coming up this weekend. It's Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce. It's the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away.
This your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-file, prescription savings, and a fully encompassed prepaid legal benefit that includes identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. All right, I know the deal. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right, billions with a B. Well, just do it, and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one source, a Facebook shopping application, a mobile-optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on the link on the DougStewartShow.com or the app link for details. The Doug Stewart Show is off and running, but just like every company, we need sponsors. Would yours like to work with one of the livest, most dynamic, and recognized sports talk show personalities in America? By the way, that's me. Getting in on the ground floor? Well, call us at 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com and let's do business. From the smallest company in Atlanta to the biggest brands nationally and worldwide, shawty. People know me and the Stews brand in these streets. Holla at your folk. Once again, the number is 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Yes!
The personal ass kicker of Skip Bayless, Doug Stewart.
Thank you for joining your folk. Thank you for tuning in to the livest, the most interactive sports talk show in America. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, and a lot going on, a lot we're going to get into today. If you're just joining us, I mentioned how later on today's show we're going to replay an interview